Yep, there it is. What's going on, world? There it is, man. Shit. So I thought about it because I was gonna put it as the title. I decided I'm gonna switch it up because a lot of times what ends up happening is we'll start out the live with a certain topic, or excuse me, it'll be a topic that'll be the what do you call this? That'll be the title for me. But sometimes the whole actual live itself will become like a whole different tangent or whatever. So because of that, I'm gonna start saying day of the week and then live chat. Because originally I was gonna start going, I forgot I was probably gonna name this shit like I'll figure out the name later or some shit. I had some random name, but then I'm like, no, let me just banter a bit. Let's see who shows up. I'll banter with them, and then from there, I'll uh I'll come up with a title. I guess I don't know. Go based off of that because I used to kind of just wing it, right? I used to just sit there and wing it, hit the little like, oh, coffee Tuesday, coffee whatever. I grab a coffee every morning, and that was when I was like freshly out of the job. You know what I'm saying? And here I am in summertime, just kind of living my life, living my best life right now. So it's funny, man. I got this job interview on Saturday, and I'm like, it's almost like my body's like, don't take it. It's like even if you go, you're just gonna be tired and whatever again. So I'm kind of just trusting the process right now. I'm just being very patient with this process, and I'm mastering the whole less is more. Whatever concept. I don't know what the right word is. Concept or approach. I'll say approach is the right way to look at it. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah, man. Squirrels up in the tree. Yeah, I guess like to kind of sum where everything was at. Since I'm doing like the every 4 days or yeah, about 4 days. So that would have meant you know Sunday, Saturday, Friday. So it'd have been like Thursday, which kind of makes sense because I believe I did a live Thursday. So I was like, let's do a live Thursday. Let's go to the library, upload all my files, my media files, get that out the way, all the stuff I had loaded up, you know, take care of that. And then after taking care of it, it's funny enough, I actually just decided I was like, I'm about to go home because inside the library there was so much AC, so much air conditioning, that I was like, I can't deal with this right now. You know, what ended up happening was like I walked outside, called dude, what I'm saying, how's it going, man? Ended up calling dude and like, or calling one of my friends, and he was like, bro, I got more or less the day off right now. So I was like, okay, cool. We ended up going to the lake, smoking a cigar. Oh, what's funny? That's what I was gonna call the damn episode was Body in the Lake. Body in the Lake, of all things. So yeah, that's what happened. So my last live was Thursday. I'm over here talking about the manufactured future, marijuana, mushrooms, shit like that. Just the fact that things like edibles and psychedelics are being bought now that are not necessarily being found. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you being here. Thank you for dropping in. And yeah, that's what happened. So it's interesting because me and him, we just ended up smoking these cigars. Now the thing was, he went and ordered. He was looking up certain cigars to buy personally. This is before he started selling the cigars, and one of the ones he looked up and bought before they sold out was the Nas. Nas took over the brand. It's called Escobar, so he took over it. And I don't know if these were like before he took over, if this is part of that, or if this is actually part of his line. How's it going? I don't know if this is part of his actual like line of stuff that he actually has, but Nas has a like the ultra black premium cigar. And the thing was, I don't know if we smoked that or if it was something else, but I couldn't really tell you. I'm not too keen on it right now. But anyway, he was saying, Ava Perkins, what's going on? Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So we started smoking the ultra black. No, it was just Escobar. I shouldn't say ultra black because I'm not sure if that's what it was. But I will say the cigar wrapper was like really dark. So it was a strong but smooth kind of a pull. And we were out there for like a couple of hours just chopping it up about life and just kicking it. So it's really cool. Anyway, we're over here smoking, and the thing was in the background. We have a certain individual. I'm not trying to talk shit about this guy. He actually lives in the neighborhood. He lives in the area. But every time I've had interactions with him, he's a homeless dude, so he used to live on top of this building. Now the building that he lives on top of, he would just be up there talking shit to himself or just talking shit to anyone hanging out at the beach. But he'd be living up there, taking care of himself, taking care of his body, because he's very well kept. You know, that's one thing that the convenience store guy pointed out to me. He's like, yo, he's really well kept, but you just don't know because you know, you just wouldn't know he's homeless. You just wouldn't know. But anyway, this dude was creeping around. He kind of he's kind of disruptive to a lot of people. But to me, I don't mind sitting down talking to him. I just feel like when he talks to me at the library, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get some work done. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? If he's going left or right, I'm crossing the street right now. My bad. Capique show. What's going on? What's going on? What's that mean, bro? What you mean by that? I don't know what that means. I'm not even gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna repeat it, Doug. But yeah. So anyway, he's always in the neighborhood, man. That's my guy. His name is David. Actually, he's a good dude. He's actually really a good dude. Check out the sprinkler. Check out the sprinklers. It's gonna be like 82 today. You know, if it's 82, it's gonna feel like 85, 86 maybe. So it's gonna be warm today. But yeah, man. 4th of July. Hold on, my bad. Before the cool summer breeze. All right, what? Greet me. What the heck? That's kind of cool though. I don't know. I don't know much about it. Diego. I don't know who that is, bro. You gotta break that down for me. I don't know who that is. Break that down for me. Who is that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, check the bando. Hey, check the bando. Still standing, bro. This thing been here for a minute. Been here for the longest time, bro. Only thing they had up in the fucking windowsill was some cleaning supplies. It's been a long time, man. Back, I grew up on 18th, so 18th used to have these random ass bandos, like 1, 2 at a time, and then they cleaned that joint up. But back here, it's just like they used to you got like one left. That's crazy. Bandos are still existing. There's nothing active really, you know. But no, so that dude, shout out to David, man. He's a good guy. He just he's figuring out life. He just bothers people with his religious views, but nonetheless, he just needs someone to talk to because he's homeless. I seen him creeping around. I'm like, yo, low key, I don't mind saying hi to him, but I don't want him to fuck up my cigar session with my friend. I ain't got a chance to chop it up with my friend a long time, but he just walks past and he minds his fucking business. He just moves along. Now, throughout the day, when we're just chiefing, like I don't know what happened, but like it was hella cop cars. Hella cop cars pulled up, and then like a fire truck and like a medic truck, not like a ambulance, but like a medic truck. And they pull up to the park, and this is like we're lakeside, so you have to go all the way down these curvy roads or whatever just to get down to the lake. So the cops and the medics are walking around through the little park area by the lake, and they're like, some of them are like closer to the water, some are going like north to south, just going up and down different directions. So then one of the guys who was holding like the first aid kit, I walked past him. I was like, bro, what's going on? Did somebody jump in the water? He said, yeah, there's a report of a body in the water. So I'm like, damn, what the? So we're just sitting there smoking the whole time, like, what's going on here? There's like these kids in the background. Well, I'm saying kids, but maybe they're old enough to drink, unless they're drinking soda. They're kind of just, I don't know, man. They're just like, what's going on? They start talking to the officers too. Officers are pretty cool about everything. They're just looking for a long time. And then these speedboats pull up, like 2 of them, and it's like the police officers in the speedboats. And they start looking for bodies around the perimeter of the lake. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, I really hope it wasn't David. So when I walk through the neighborhood today, hopefully I see him. Hopefully I run into him. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, I'm gonna grab this coffee. Oof. Hey, morning. Yeah, man. Pretty good. How's it going? Can I just do a Americano, please? 12 ounce. Can I do ice? Yes, please. Oh, that's all. Yeah. What's going on, Z? Hold on, I'll grab coffee right now. So I'm on the YouTube. Is it okay if I show them the bread? I'm on YouTube. Okay, yeah. The picture? Oh, okay. That's cool too. All right, so look at this Z. It's like a crocodile, or like an alligator. That's the bread here. How's it going? Morning. And I think this one's like a turtle. Oh wait, there's another one. Yeah, it's like a turtle and like a gator. Yeah, this. No, thank you. Just black. But this is like a gator, like a turtle, bro. But I used to get the egg sandwich. But how's your morning going? Let me grab this. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh shoot. Oh, my trouble. Where's the straws? Gotcha. I grab a straw. Excuse me. Thank you. Ugh. My bad, Z. My bad. Ugh. I'm about to sit out here. Um, Maybe I'll sit here for a second because I need to walk up the hill anyway. Uh, so basically, like Thursday is the last time I went live, and then I don't know when you dropped in. Oh shit, let me put this down. Thursday's the last time I went live, and then like shit, what was I gonna say? The went to the library, took care of some stuff, did some stuff later in the day. You know what I mean? And then went to the lake, and then where I'm at in the story is like all these cops and medics showed up, and it's like they were looking for a body in the lake or something. So yeah, we had a report of a body floating in the lake, and I was like, we're just sitting there smoking these cigars, me and my friend, like, bro, what the fuck is going on? And what I'm trying to say is like, I hope it wasn't this homeless dude in the neighborhood that comes to hang out, but it might have been him. I don't really know, but hopefully I see him later today, cause he hangs around. You know, I hope it wasn't the day that he decided to jump in the water. But yeah, my bad. Going interesting. Ember is causing drama. Oh no, causing drama. Oh no. Let me put this down here. Grab my water so I can prop this up. But yeah, it's interesting, man. It's like, let me put this here. Um, that dude used to walk through the neighborhood and cause some problems. I guess like it's funny because when I hang out in Madrona area, he's pretty peaceful and it's really nice to everyone. But you know, the area is so gentrified that he's just nice to everyone. It's very whatever. But it's funny because like when he's near my house and in my section on the other side of MLK, he on trip mode every time. And some, you know, they say he's a drunk person, like he gets drunk and he crashes out sometimes. But I'm like, no, it's not as bad as when he's over on this side, bro, which is ridiculous. She snuck into the room this morning while you're sleeping and poured out an old beer. Oh no! But she put it on the floor. She put it on the floor. That's crazy. Yeah, it's funny when I saw her. What day was it? Saturday. I was like, she seems to be getting bigger. You know what I mean? And she's getting to be like a taller baby. Which is, you know, I guess that's funny to say, but yeah, she's getting taller. Like I saw her standing up. I know she was sitting down by like one of the tables. She was under the table, and I was thinking like, man, if she stands up, I feel like she's gonna hit her head on the bottom of the table. That's what I was worried about. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. We were, oh my bad. Yeah, and so we were scared she may have drank some. Right. I wonder. Yeah, I feel like kids smell that shit and they know not to drink it. It's almost like they kind of know, like, I don't know. But it's also like I remember when I was a kid, the first time I had bubbly drinks. Like I don't know how to explain it. I think I was like a little kid. Oh no, cheers. But anyway, I was a little kid, and someone gave me, was it Coca-Cola for the first time? I was small, and my dad was like, "How do?" I think my mom or dad was like, "Do you like it?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's like spicy," because I didn't understand the bubbly. You know what I'm saying? Like the taste of Coke and then the bubbles. I just like describe it. I was like, I don't know. It's spicy, and I didn't like it. But then over time, you like it, I guess. Actually, I liked root beer more as a kid, but I feel like kids know when they see that, like the smell of, it's not alcohol, but it's like beer or whatever. Actually, my dad handed me a Bud Light. No, it was a Budweiser because it was like white and red can when I was a kid. Because I was asking him why he would drink those after work. I was like, why do you drink these? Are those good? And then he just handed me the can. He was like, try it. And I was like, this shit is trash. This is nasty. I remember I didn't spit it, but I drank it and I was like, what is this? And he was just like, bro, no, yeah. So don't ever drink it. That was his lesson for me. He was like, all right, don't ever drink it in the future. But it didn't really work out because I'd be chugging beer when I got older. But yeah, I hope she was smart enough. But she puts everything in her mouth. But yeah, was it? So are you saying like it's one of the bottles where you can see the liquid from the outside, or is it like was it like a can? Was it like an IPA kind of thing, or whatever? I don't think she did though. Like I don't know her as well as you guys. You guys are the parents, but I would think, I would hope she didn't drink it. You know, yeah, I would hope she didn't drink it. Man, we were talking about this last time. Open can. Okay, open can. So yeah, probably. I feel like if she's seen that there was liquid, I should say, maybe she would have been like, let me try it out. That's good. Okay. Yeah. So I was thinking about with the 3D printed stuff. You ever seen like those like holster? Well, so I have one. It's a holster kind of thing. Hey, what's going on? Morning. It's like a holster kind of thing. Pretty good, man. I just got the coffee today. I had a big breakfast, so I was like, next time I'll come by and get the pastry. I'll ask your recommendation. But yeah, man. All right. Yeah, that's one of the owners of the shop, man. Like, I always get a Danish, and then last time I went in, he was like, "You got to try these stuff out." He's pointing out the, oh, I forgot what it's called already. I think it's like a, oh shit, what is it called? There's like a Jewish something. I don't know what it's called, but he told me to try it next time. So I was like, next time I'm here, I'm gonna get a recommendation. But I had a big breakfast because I was like, I know I'm gonna be sitting at the library for a while. I actually just had a leftover sloppy Joe, which is funny, and like some. Oh, I low-key should have made a peanut butter sandwich. I might do it later for like lunch. Cause I bought hella bread for the 4th, but now I gotta use it. But my bad. Oh, so for the thing that you're talking about for the 3D prints, so with the 3D printed stuff, right? I have like it's like a, what do you call this? Like a holster kind of thing, or like maybe holster is not the best word because you can do it for like, remember those old phone holsters and stuff. You ever think about doing something like that and then designing something on the outside where you can slide the spare blades? Because if you have your launcher and then the blade in the launcher. You have like one on hand, and you have the other two or three like on side or something. I was just thinking about that. Maybe I have to send you a picture of the little clip-on holster because the one that I have, it's more about the clip is on the outside, and then you tuck the gun inside your waistline, so then it's like hidden. So it's more of a concealed carry kind of clip-on thing. But what was the other thing I was thinking about? It would basically just be flipped out. It'd be reversed basically. But I don't know. Like I'm just putting out ideas out there for stuff that you might want to print. I don't know how the technology is for that stuff. My bad. Unbelievable Lane. What's going on? Appreciate you dropping in. Hi, how are you doing? I love the videos. Oh, I'll keep going. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm trying to like space it out, man, because there was like one week where I was doing like one video a day or one live a day, and then I would do multiples just to catch up on hours, and then all of my hour stuff started adding up. But I realized there's those random days of the week where if I space it out every 4 to 5 days or something, a lot of people drop in because I'm not flooding the market and annoying people. So the thing is, the only thing I'm flooding the market with right now or whatever is just video game clips. Like the 1 hour long. Right now we're doing Dragon Quest and Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I'm actually working on Final Fantasy Tactics right now. So all that stuff is gonna happen closer to September. But I pretty much wrapped up Dragon Quest, even though the videos are coming out, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna continuously make hour-long things, so that helps for my watch hour plays. And I'm working on some other logistical stuff. But yeah, Z, you said there are prints that you could make. Yeah, I was wondering. So the thing about that was like, I guess you were asking for a certain idea. Maybe I shouldn't say it on live, but I'll tell you like maybe more. Like later we'll talk about it. I'll probably show you some stuff. I was like, maybe that'd be cool for like something that's Beyblade related or something. Oh, you know, it's funny. I got this. Damn, I got this Beyblade shirt right here. Damn, I got this from Jackson, aka your boy. That's funny as hell. It has a drawn buster on the back. Um, I think I was looking at my white shirts today. I was like, this is the only one I haven't worn that often. My other white tees with like designs on it and shit is starting to get faded because I was sitting there just washing and bleaching everything and shit. Or not bleaching it, but you know, I don't know, bro. Like, I hope I'm not being obnoxious out here. Like, I hope they're not like, no, he's hella obnoxious right now. But if I am, you know, I don't know. I think he bought it. All right, let me stand up, get around. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the buster on there? I'll turn around. Oh shit, let me go this way. Let me know if you can see Buster. Maybe I should stand up closer. Should I stand up closer? Damn it. I guess like the Buster on the shirt. I might have to sit down. I bet I ain't trying to show my ass up in the screen. Pause. But yeah, that car's kind of fucked up. Yeah, man, that shirt came from my guy Jackson. Well, that's his real name, but we all call him your boy because that's his username. I don't know where he said he got it. I know he said he bought it from somewhere, or I forget exactly where. But yeah, I mean, he came bearing gifts. He just got me a shirt and then like a Reptar chain or like the Reptar yeah, keychain for the launcher. I don't remember if I gave him anything. I feel bad now because I was asking him all these blades. I was like, "Do you need anything?" Because he came by the house. He said, "Man, I have everything." I was like, "Ah, all right. Well, I don't know if but I think I might have just bought him dinner or something. Did I? I might have breakfast the day of the soccer con. I forget exactly, man. Um, that was a cool day too. I'm looking forward to. Oh shoot, is our pre-orders already there? I just realized. It's like a little finch over here, like a little bird. But well, have you seen the New World Championship? Oh, is this the one where it has like a collared shirt? It's like a black navy colored shirt. Is that it? I think I've seen that one, and then it has like 3-2-1 on the back. I don't know if that's the same one. But I was telling the Portland group, I was like, you guys should make your own jerseys. I said the same thing in their server that I said in ours. I was like, hey man, we should yeah. Well, I got no snacks. Little bird's looking for snacks. Yeah, I don't know if that's it. If that counts as a jersey or like it almost feels like a tennis polo or something, you know. Lane, all right, bye. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in. D1 crash out. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you being here. Hold on, let me check something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like down the street. I might walk up to the park in a bit, you know. All right, Jay, you're gonna head out. Oh, my bad. I message you later. I gotta remember to. Yeah, I'm be sitting at the library for a while today, working on stuff. Yeah. All right. So I guess like drop the address, bro. Drop the address, not the Addy, not the Addy, bro. Nah, man. Just kick it here. What's going on with you, man? Just, hold on, my bad. Let me gotta check these notifications. But all right, Z. Appreciate it, man. Hold on. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for dropping in. I'm gonna be sitting there for a while, so I gotta remember to do things. I guess yeah. So that's what was going on. I originally was gonna name this live, um, body in the lake, simply because supposedly there was a reported body in the lake, like the day that me and my friend were just down there smoking a cigar, just chilling chopping up about life, and then you stick around and see what this goober's trying to. I think he's good, but yeah, I appreciate it. Um, it's um, it's funny. One of my other friends last night, he started going live again. He's like the matter of fact, he turned a light. He might be in the chat right now. I don't know, but he went live last night. I was hanging out talking to him. He's out making my first mod, which is funny. And I was like, oh, I was just hanging out talking to him, and I realized at some point at night I just passed out, and I was like, oh damn. So I don't know if he was still on live, just hanging out, but he was just smoking. He had like a little, the little raw, the brand, like the raw paper roller for the joints. He had one of those. I was like, damn, I need to start. I should probably start smoke some J's or some more, man. I was thinking about this because it helps me relax and connect to the earth again a little bit. Just relax, and chill a little bit. Because some days I get a little egotistical randomly. Just like I'll be feeling like, man, don't let people say crazy shit to you. Don't let people disrespect it. And like other days, I'm just like, bro, people are just being kids. People are just being, they're having fun. They're comfortable with you. They're just, you know, and I have to remember stuff like that where it's just like some random ego and some random, like, I don't know, some old neighborhood shit kicks in me sometimes. Like, not that I've ever gotten to with people, but sometimes I try to provoke a situation so to make somebody swing first, and I'm like, that's just old James kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really there anymore, or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how's it going? But I think about that sometimes. Like, it's kind of there. Got to stay. I know, right? Because it's like it's one of those things that kind of it helps dissolve. I guess another thing too is just like I know when I work out a little more. What's going on, Roscoe? My bad. How you doing, Roscoe? I almost missed that. But yeah, like even working out kind of humbles the body, and then it's like the smoke humbles the mind or something. The smoke humbles the mind and spirit or something. It just kind of, not that I'm trying to tame anything. You want to keep the fire, right? That's also why burning it up is good. It has its benefits. The benefits, man. Yeah, the benefits of weed is like way better than alcohol. I was thinking about this because somebody was bringing this up the other day about how some people are really good at driving drunk, which is fucking crazy. It's not good, but it's crazy to think about. I knew a dude like that. He was a parent, and sometimes he would be like a little buzzed, and he'd be driving his kids home. He's like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like when I'm sober, like I'm just like paranoid. I'm a wreck out here. But when I'm something about alcohol calmed him down. But he's like, for some reason the weed opens the more paranoia for him. But I was like, that's fucking crazy. But to each their own. I just want to say, like, even though I'm saying this on average, I know on average, nobody should be drinking and driving. But on average, like it probably impairs people more than people realize. Drinking at least. Yeah, for now. All right, man. Thank you, Z. Appreciate you dropping in, man. Yeah. Oh, damn. That's why I keep forgetting. All right, so yeah, Thursday. Yeah, so that was Thursday like night, and it's funny because it was Thursday night. It was like 6 or 7 at night, and then the sun is like kind of like this right now. I mean, you can't see it because I'm under like the little roof of the building or whatever, but it was like this. It was bright outside, so 7, 8, and then when it got closer to 9, it was still like sunset. It was like sunset around 9 o'clock. I'm like, okay, this is legit summer now. Like we're finally in summer. It's July, so of course it'll be summer. So that would have been July 3rd. Speaking of which, I gotta check Steam now. Now I gotta check Steam, find some games, buy some new games, and then yeah, got some side scroller stuff I want to go live with. Jump in the dark with it, kind of some newer joints, whatever, something along those lines. Uh, yeah, that was Thursday. My main concern was this so-called body in the lake that they were talking about. I don't know if they ever found it. I don't know, like the little medics and the police officers that are walking along the border of the lake. They just kept circling, north to south, kind of just like, hey, let's cover all the ground. Let's go towards the beach. Let's go towards the benches and the parked cars in the parking lot. Let's go up by the concession area, if not the other side of the northern side of the beach. You know what I'm saying? But they said they saw a body floating. Somebody had reported, hey, there's a body floating over here. And like I'm saying, that guy David, and like if anyone who sees this knows, I'm like, hopefully they raises enough concern to like see. But I might see him walking around the neighborhood today. I might run into him today. I was like, bro, he be tripping sometimes. I don't know if he jumped in the water. I don't know if he just He just woke up that morning and was like, I'm about to jump in the water today. I don't know what was going on in his mind because he's seen me a couple times like last week and he didn't say hi. I don't know if he was just like not in the mood. I kind of wasn't in the mood to deal with him either, so I didn't invite the energy. But I will say the time that we did speak a lot, I just walked past him at the bus stop and I said good morning. And then when I ran into him again, he made it his thing to say, "Hey man, I think it's a sign that we're running into each other 3 times today." So he would speak to me about God and all this shit, and I'm like, I don't mind listening to you, bro, because like the librarians were like, if you need us to ever get him out of the way for you, let us know and we can take care of that. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like I was okay, but my main thing was that was actually the most peaceful interaction I've ever had with him because in past times, like I said, on the other side, like on the MLK side, like if you're near my house, if you're on that side, bro, he was at the bus stop tripping on me. One time I had brought this Wi-Fi hotspot router. I brought it in my pocket and I had my phone with me, and I was like, I have so much bad reception at the house. I'm gonna kind of walk 2 blocks up the hill on the other side of MLK, just get on the incline so I can get like a better reception. So I had my phone and I had the little thing, and I was trying to upload something. You know what I mean? With the just outside because outside you get better reception. Anyway, I'm out there. I'm sitting at the bus stop. It's like drizzling, but it's just like dark outside. This dude comes around the corner. He's got bags of whatever on him. He just sets his stuff down, and I was just saying like, "Oh man, you want to sit down?" He says, "No, I'm okay. I'll just put it right here." And then I think because I talked to him, then it opened up a conversation with us. So then we started speaking, and he started talking crazy. He was like, "Yeah, man, you into music?" I was like, "It's not." I just kind of looked at him, nodded my head. I didn't really say much. I was like, "I don't know where this is going." So I'm gonna just let him talk. And he's like, "Okay." And he started saying some shit. He's like, "I'm a real one, right?" He didn't say real one though. He was using the N word, but he's like, "I'm a real one, right? You know that, right? I'm from California. I'm da da da. I'm really from." He started naming all this shit. I'm from SoCal. I did da da da. He's named Whoopty Wop saying all this shit, and then I'm just looking at him like, okay. I'm just minding my, like I said, I'm just looking at my phone and my Wi-Fi. I'm like, yo, I hope this shit uploads quick, cause I might have to start swinging on Bray. And he starts talking crazy. Yeah, I know you out here with all the mother YNs, shooting up stuff and stuff. Da da da. He's saying like hella crazy shit to me. I don't know why. This came out the blue, so I don't know if he just got into it with someone and then he just started snapping on me for whatever reason. I'm just looking at him like he's just talking at this point. So I just kept looking. He said, "Yeah, I don't care if you got that beard. I know you like what 24, 25. You out here with the youngins doing this." And in my mind, I'm like, "Well, that's the nicest thing he said." You said I was 25. I was like 31 at the time. So I was like, "That's the nicest shit I heard from him." So it's funny because fast forward, go to the convenience store. Them guys were saying like, "Yeah, he be tripping up there too sometimes, and he's actually got a drinking problem." Yada yada yada, all this shit. But he's pretty chill for the most part. You just got to monitor him, but he's actually a nice guy. He keeps himself together really well. Fast forward, library incident. And that's why I started telling the librarian lady, I was like, "Hey man, it's funny because that's like the most peaceful I've ever dealt with him because I was so used to him just ready to crash out on me. And I'm just watching him like, what are we doing? Just let me know what we're doing." And he was just ready to crash. He was just over here, and it's funny because when I walked away, he was yelling and talking to himself. There was nobody around him. I was walking home. I finished my upload. I started walking home, and he was still yelling and talking to himself. I was like, "Bro, what are we doing?" That let me know he was kind of like everyone says mentally ill or whatever. Anyway, God bless him, man. Because that's what I'm saying. Thursday, I seen him. I don't know if man. I hope to God he didn't jump in the lake, man, because he just kind of walked past. He was just walking past, and he went over to the talk to the lady at the concessions or whatever. They be selling hot dogs and drinks and shit. And then I just seen him sit on the bench and just kind of slumped over. I didn't know if he was just got done drinking something or what, but he walked off and then he went towards the water. I just see him go towards the water. So I didn't know there's a tree on the edge of the lake, and I didn't know. If, I just assumed he went to go sit under the fucking tree because people like to sit under the tree, let their feet dangle off of the edge of the little lake thing, and just stare at the water. But I hope he didn't fucking jump in. I might have to go talk to. Matter of fact, I hope that's him right now. That's an old white lady. I thought that was him walking down the street right now. That's crazy. But I'm hoping to see him. I hope to see him walk behind me or in front of me on the side, whatever. I just hope to see him today. But he a good hearted dude. He got his little, he ain't right. He ain't right in the mental. He even kind of opened up to me about not having a great relationship with his family and his mom. So and he's an older dude. He's like 40s, 50s, or some shit. You couldn't tell, man, because black don't crack, man. That motherfucker, like, he looked like he could be in his 30s, 40s if you wanted to, late 30s, early 40s, damn near. Black people don't age, so it's like I look at this dude and I was like, damn, I didn't even know this motherfucker this old. He's bringing up some old ass shit like the Spinners, fucking Spinners and Blue Magic, Earth, Wind and Fire, like just old bands, like classic shit. Bringing up like who's the best singers, who really started soul, and who did this, that, and the third. Like he really breaking shit down musically. And so, oh, he really from that era. And he's like, what, you know about this? He's like, you know about the Spinners? You know about Blue Magic? I was like, man, I was like, bro, Four Tops, that's my mom's music. Like, my mom fucked with Four Tops, you know what I'm saying? My mom would always like say, I never understood what she was saying because like we had Pandora. So I was like, Mom, what's your favorite music? I thought she was just saying some random like words. She was like, Black is Black. I was like, what is that? So then we put it in, and it's an actual song. So that was like one of her favorite songs. And then Four Tops was actually one of her favorite like groups. They just like had, and they had the, I ain't gonna lie, they had the hits like them and the Supremes. What is it, Diana Ross Supremes? Um, that's her shit. Like that's the music I used to hear. My mom, like, I would go down to the basement at my old house, right up. I'm on Cherry Street right now. We right here in Cherry Street right now, 18th and Cherry though. That's all the way up. That's like what 10, 12 blocks up the hill up there that way. Right now we off 30, between 29th and 30th. We over here at the I think it's called Golden Wheat Bakery, I believe. Just enjoying the nature right now, being outside, but right up there on 18th and Cherry, that's the house I grew up in. And downstairs we had these clotheslines that would run through the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like the long way. So my mom would be down there. She'd be washing and drying clothes, put clothes in the washer, put clothes in the dryer. This was when the washers, they were like you have to put your hands inside of it, like they go inside it, and you have to like swirl the clothes around, and then you just kind of do the same thing with the powder. You swirl it around, let the water go in, wash it up, throw it in the dryer. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the dryer would be iffy, and then we would just kind of like with certain clothes or select clothes or like certain fabrics, we would just throw them on the clothesline downstairs in the basement. But anyway, I'll say all this to say like my mom would be down there ironing clothes down in the basement. She'd be ironing the clothes, and Four Tops and Supremes would be playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? Or even that, what's that one song, Leader of the Pack, whatever the shit called. Man, she'd be playing music from her era, her era, and my dad's era. So that's when it was considered old school because they were in their 30s. They were in their 30s, so that music was considered old school. But anyway, I say all this to say like she'd be down there, and that's the music I remember. So that's like in the 90s. I was a kid in the 90s. Fast forward 2020s because that's when she was alive, late 2010s, early 2020s. She's naming all these songs and these bands, and I'm like, what's funny is like when she's naming it, I've always heard these songs growing up because she would always play them, but I never knew who was singing it. You know what I'm saying? I never knew the names of the artists basically. So it was kind of a cool little thing. Like she was kind of teaching me something on accident. So I started learning about her music, and we would just make Pandora channels for her to listen to. One thing I had in mind was like she would how do I explain this? She would I come home all the time. My mom was like pretty much handicapped. Like she had osteoporosis, so she couldn't really move much. But she would just sit around all day. She would just sit there at the house and watch movies and TV all day. That's all she would do. So some days I'd come home, I would turn off whatever she was watching because she's always watching scary movies or like anything anxious, like a CSI or Criminal Minds. She's just watching anxious kind of stuff, and I was like, man, she's always trapping herself in this anxious cycle of consumption or whatever. So I would turn off the show for her, the TV for her, and I would turn on her Pandora. I'd just turn on her music. I was like, I'll try to get her up and dance a little bit, as little as she could. Try to get her moving around. And I think it kind of worked, but I started to learn her music like that. And the same thing when she was on pretty much her deathbed at UW, and she was just sitting there in a coma for a while. I would just play her music, but all that was because I kind of just listened and learned. I was just learning about, So when people ask me about my knowledge for like music in that era, it just comes from just talking to my mom, I guess. Talking to my mom, playing her Pandora songs, her songs on Pandora, and when they come on shuffle, and on the screen on TV, it shows the name, the album cover, and I just started taking notes. I would just take notes. I'd be like, yeah, I know she really likes this one. She knows the lyrics on this one. I would just take notes and make a little playlist for her. And yeah, fast forward, that's like her. Yeah, crazy. But what's that saying? So that dude David, he He's like, how you know about this? How you know about Blue Magic? I actually learned about Blue. I was thinking about this the other day. I learned about Blue Magic because there was, I think it's Nicolay, the producer for the Foreign Exchange. Nicolay had these instrumental albums, but he also had these albums that he would produce a whole bunch of different underground people's songs. Actually, Jaguar Wright is in one of his albums, and like he had all these like it's Nicolay's album, but it's like a lot of like what do you call this features, I guess you would say, like features and stuff. Yeah, my mom died, bro. Marionette. Am I reading that right? Marionette. Lawin. Lewin. Let me know if I'm saying that correctly, but I appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, it's interesting, man. So, um, I forgot what fucking beat it was, but I was trying to find the samples. Like, I just looked up on the Wikipedia or like the who sampled kind of thing for Nicolay. What album was that? I forget, but it's the one where it's like a cartoon. It's like a white and black cartoon, and it's like him smoking a joint or whatever with the top hat. And there was one beat in there. If it wasn't that, it was City Sounds. And City Sounds, I remember it was either in the comment section on YouTube or it was some other whatever. But people, everyone in the comment sections on certain songs, especially like hip hop songs, they point out what the sample is. Like, oh, that Blue Magic sample. Oh my God, ah. So then I started looking into it, found the Blue Magic album, self-titled, and then they had all these samples in there. I was like, oh, a lot of people took from this, and they had enough. It had a combination of upbeat and smooth, just kind of you can just let that vinyl run, like 9 tracks. So I sampled the whole album myself. I was like, I'm gonna pull a Nicolay. I'm gonna sample the whole album of Blue Magic, and I tried to make a little thing about it. It was what it was. It was as good as I can make it. There's probably only like 2 redeemable beats from there, probably. Yeah, I gotta go back and listen to that shit. I don't even know. You know what I mean? I would do that sometimes. I would find old school albums that I really like Hado Omi Hosono has Hosono House. This Japanese dude from like '70s. The whole album is good, and I sampled. It's like same thing, 8, 9 tracks. I sampled all of them. You know what I'm saying? I just titled the beats based off of the tracks I sampled or whatever, or something like that. And I was like, yo, I sampled this all in like a day or two. I was just going through it, just sifting through the chops, putting the right drums over it. But I didn't really sit there and refine it. So I think over time I probably should work on that. But that's like later. It's funny because like something I make within a year, I like it. Don't get me wrong, because it's like I'm always trying my best, so I keep getting better. When I look back a year, I know which ones really make the top cut. Like I know which ones are really like this is the best one. Like this is the one. You know what I'm saying? These ones really stood the test of time. Like even I'm still listening to it. Because a lot of times I listen to some of my old shit. I can't listen to this shit. Fuck this shit. Shit is weak. But there's some stuff like I'm like, this is still kind of holds up. I think one other funny thing is like I'm also like I don't know what the word is, like remolded like I don't say sound palette, but like musical taste. I'll say that much. Like I went deep into mainstream. It's gonna sound stupid. I went deep into mainstream because I used to go deep into underground to find things that just were less known, but actually really good. You know what I'm saying? So I went down the rabbit hole of mainstream as well. I'll start figuring out, okay, these are certain things. This actually is more musically sound. Like this one, like if you're like I don't know my notes, but if you were to actually go through piece by piece with each note, you realize a lot of it is very functional sound wise. You know what I mean? It's very functional, like there's an actual phrase for this, but I forget what it is. So my ear started going towards that direction, and it got to the point that even one of this one dude, I'm no longer friends with him, but when I was mixing and mastering his music, he said, "Yo, you got the ear for it." I was like, I'm happy you're saying that because I'm making the effort to master the ear for it. Because before I was okay with any music. If it was amateurish, I was okay with the amateur sound, and that's just started to refine stuff. But it really just comes from practice and putting yourself out there. You gotta always put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Here, let me back up real quick. Start walking up the hill, whatever. I gotta get up the street, go to library and whatever. Damn, it's bright as hell. Sitting here chopping up for like 20 minutes, just sitting down, fucking off my life, and it's like I'm so happy with doing this. I might. Ah, man, I don't know. That job interview is coming up. It depends, man. It might actually be a good job. I don't know. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, I got to do this. I'm constantly thinking in like exit strategy mode. I want to just do this, but I might work long enough just to recoup my money, all the money I've uh, invested and lost. Because I've been pulling from my own personal investments just to pay myself and enjoy life a bit. But my so-called like ooh, later retirement. Ooh, scraping, man. Crazy, crazy. Anyway, my so-called bladed retirement. I'm thinking about truly activating it in like August 1st. And it's funny enough because the 27th of July falls on a Sunday, so I will be at a tabletop village meet on that Sunday. And yeah, you know, the importance of the 27th is that July 27th last year was my first Beyblade tournament, so my first public appearance at a tournament. I signed up for all three. I signed up for the plastics. I got smoked. Signed up for X. I got smoked. Signed up for burst. I got third. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? But I had, I was borrowing Neo's equipment, so it's like, of course, I got far. I didn't even know what I was doing. Like, I was so new that people were just like, bruh, try this. She's like, try. You could spin hard, but you could also spin very like softly. Hey, how's it going? There's just two ways to do it. He's, I guess, with burst, you could spin lightly, or you can spin really hard. But if you spin hard, you're risking, throwing yourself out of the arena or something. I don't know. I would just, people would say, just tell me shit, and I would just test shit out. I was like, this is weird. I don't even know what I'm doing. How did I make it to finals? It was confusing. It's funny because a lot of times, like in Beyblade, we always say first timers luck. You know, um, there was two incidents or three. It was all butter, no toast. All butter, no toast down in Portland. I met this guy for the first time because he just joined the Portland Discord. Met him for the first time in Gresham. He said, "Oh, I guess they got a little meetup. They had one the other day, and I got first place. But then they found out he was repeating parts, so I got knocked down to second. I was like, damn, that's how it goes. But he made it far. Nonetheless, he still made it far. But he still scores well. He's a big guy. And then you got Amy Bot. So Amy Bot is Shad's wife, and he's like, I just gave her some blades, and then she ended up placing first. I was like, yeah, she smoked everybody. So it's always beginner's luck. And then our guy Junester, he showed up to a Tacoma meetup. He was like, hey man, they got events coming up in Seattle and like Kent or whatever. I don't know. He's okay. This guy shows up and smokes everybody. First tournament. So hey man, that beginner's luck is it proves itself. Matter of fact, you got to shake it off. But yeah, that's the other thing. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to call it Beyblade retirement. I just want to stop buying so much. But I like keeping up on the releases, so that way I'm investing in the collection for future. You know what I mean? For the future stuff. Guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. Real bad. Ain't gonna lie. Might have to prop the phone up for a second when I get there. Holding it in right now. But yeah, my bad. So yeah. Anyway, that was Thursday. Saw the dude. Hopefully he's doing all right. Whooped you up. Friday we had a Beyblade meetup at Oasis. Excuse me. Oasis is a bubble tea spot. So I'm gonna work on the footage for that today actually. Saturday, I'm a Saturday we had the Redmond Library tournament. That tournament was emulating um, that tournament was emulating the Hasbro tournaments that were being hosted, where people were unfairly on different sides of the stadium, wrong sides of the stadium. Judges didn't know how to judge or score. Things weren't ran really well. You know what I mean? Constantly was a thing. There was an adult one at Anime Expo over this weekend, I believe. They didn't run it that well. A lot of reports were saying this wasn't run that well. The kid one, the one where the kids were like ages 8 to 12, that was run terribly, and it was so bad to the point where like people were like, this is why we need to have real people part of the community kind of just doing this stuff, because with WBO it's majority grassroots. Most of the fees go towards, if it's not prize pool stuff, it goes towards like the actual venue fees. You know what I mean? So that's where like we're like, hey, we run stuff really well, just in general. But when you think about like what do you call this? The actual official like company, the company didn't know how to do what they were doing. How's it going? So it's interesting because, like I said, both kids events and adults events, they had their gripes and they had their criticisms, and like everything considered, good and bad. Even the rule book considered, oh, certain decisions on the match can be decided at the judge's discretion, things like that. All of this stuff was implemented into like a very wonky tournament. So in that wonky tournament, some people were playing to one. They were forcing some people to play to one. They did double elimination instead of single, which is actually better, because imagine if you take a trip to an anime expo or just any expo in general, any event, and you get single eliminated. You flew all the way out there with your family because you're a little kid, and you get eliminated right away. That happened, and some kids who were just winning just kept on winning, which is, it is what it is. But the other part about it was nobody was really checking the parts. There's certain legal parts and illegal parts that people weren't checking. There's legal and illegal launchers being used. Nobody was checking it because the actual staff didn't know what to look for. They weren't experts. They were just winging it. Just winging it. Not for, they didn't know how to do anything. So that's how it be, man. How it really be though. My bad, 1 second. 19 minutes. Yeah. So that was what the whole tournament was. It was pretty much like a satire. Like they even had to announce it in the beginning, like, hey, this is all satire. This is parody. We're here to have fun. Don't take any of this serious. We're just following and winging this as we see fit, because that's how the other tournaments were ran. Like one thing they said was like, if you ever don't want to come to these tournaments no more and you want to show up to official, oh, this is like ranked for the big leagues and on the big screen tournaments, if you want to go to stuff like that, understand it's going to be ran like this. This is an example of how it's probably going to be ran, even though we're blowing it out of proportion, even though we're clowning to the umpteenth degree. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really liked about it. The funny part about it was a lot of people didn't even like it. A lot of people were like, let's not play around and play on the floor anymore. Let's also not do this anymore. I'm mad because I won by 1 point, but there was a point differential for who shows up in the finals. I'm mad because, this, that, and the third. Everybody had a complaint, if like a whatever, a revelation. And my whole thing was like, that was the point of the tournament, to let people know, like, hey, we're showing you how to do one for free, because imagine you show up to one that you pay for, or one that you fly all the way out to just to lose in a single elimination. You know what I mean? Or, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. That was the purpose of the tournament. That's the way I looked at it, at least. I could be wrong. Oh, they fixed the park. Damn. Yeah, I haven't been up here in a while, man, because they had the construction fence up for the longest. Or, what I'm trying to say. Last time I was up there, they had the fence ground. They added all the wood chips back, which is a good thing too. But I'm about to prop up the phone. How's it going? I gotta use the bathroom, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna hit the mute on there real quick. BRB. Give me a second, man. Yeah, my bad. Had to hit the mute. Had to hit the mute. Shit, burnt the ice up. But yeah, that was the simulation for the tournament, simulation, whatever. On Saturday. So I'm gonna try to get that footage. I mean, I'm gonna ask because it was like we really had 3 meetups today, and I was at all 3 of them. I went to Oasis, documented those guys, got some of their matches in. I went to actually it's 4. If we're being technical, it's 4 because I went to the early 11 o'clock meetup or 11 o'clock tournament, which was HMS Beyblade. I don't even remember what HMS stood for, to be honest with you. It's like heavy metal system or something, but it's right after plastics, different prongs for the launchers, but right before metal. So it's kind of like the precursor to metal, but it was more expensive because it's just like a straight up dead stock style of play, dead stock Beyblades as well. Oh shit, my bad. And like it was really interesting because like we're playing it, and I'm asking Neil, I'm like, wait, so if these blades are like $80 to $100 at minimum and up, this is the most expensive hobby. He's like, yeah, this is the most expensive tournament you're gonna see. He's like, we did this with the same exact blades years ago. He said we did an HMS tournament years ago. Oh, my bad. My bad. There's kids in class. There's a little kids class going on. My bad. Don't want to disturb the peace. That's my thing. I don't disturb the peace. That's me. I'll never disturb the peace, bruh. That's the lady. I was like, damn. How we doing here? What? Anyway, what I'm saying is this. Imagine that. You got like 20 loaner Beyblades. 20 loaner Beyblades. New in box, if not, used, priced at like $80 to 100 plus. So well, let's just say 100. 100 times 20. You know what I'm saying? There was also one blade that was $500. It was a golden blade that was like they call it the God blade something. The sticker says dog on it. I don't know why, but there was a whole theory behind that, and I should have recorded that. But that shit was $500. My guy Neil said it's $500 for this shit. I was like, what in the world? So it's a $500 blade that he was willing for have people use as a loaner. He also said the ripcords from that era, bro. The ripcords from that era are so fucking janky that they had to make what's it called? They had to make 3D printed ones or like fake ones to use because it's like, hey, the fake ones don't break. They don't break apart. That shit is good. Oh, fuck, was I gonna say? Um, so yeah, we're doing a quick math. That's like 20, at minimum 20 blades, all loaners. At minimum 20 times 100. You add the 2 zeros, man. That's like $2,000 worth of stuff just for loaners. That's not even counting the fact that there might be there's between 1 to 4, if not 1 to 5 people that bring their own stuff. So it's one of the most expensive tournaments. This other shit you see, you got to understand, people bring like tackle boxes and like toolboxes full of equipment. That's hella shit. That's hella equipment when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of equipment. Oh, what time is it at? Damn, it's 12 minutes. Ah, shit, I thought we were on time. I'm gonna sit across the street. Fuck. I'm trying to be on the sun. I gotta let the body cool. Because I ain't trying to be all sweaty up in there. Sweaty inside the sitting down. But anyway, people bring tackle boxes full of stuff. I think the most expensive thing you'll find on the X scene is probably the Aero Pegasus. So that's probably like, that'll run you $200. So if you have the $200 thing in your collection, ooh shit, mixed with everything else, everybody brings like 20 to 30 blades. Let's say they're like 10 each, 20, 30. So we're talking about like $30, 30 to 400. It's like 3 to 500 plus the Pegasus. That's still not even 2,000. That's still not even 2,000, bro. When you think about it, when you do the math, yeah. So HMS was the most expensive tournament. The reason why I say that is because with previous HMS stuff, because they're years ago, they don't have the pricing now. See, the price of that stuff is only going up from here. So the same blade that was 500 might have been worth the same price however many years and months ago they ran that same tourney. But for this one, I'm pretty sure it's only going up. I do want to buy a new unbox though. There's actually a $2,000 blade. I'm not buying that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I would pay for that. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I'm not paying for that shit. I want to though. Matter of fact, if you throw it on payment plan, it might be doable, but that depends how much the next job paying. So if I get that wage match, I think we're in business. We'll see though, bro. For sure, see. Second, man. Yeah, I'm actually. You know what's crazy? I'm actually happy I didn't load up because I could have added more stuff in the bag. Give me a second. Today, let's put this down for now. But it wasn't that bad of a walk. Normally, I'm going straight uphill. Okay, my bad. So that's what I meant about the 4 events. Friday was Oasis. Saturday HMS at 11, and then around 2 o'clock we did the Hasbro the X event, but Hasbro, Walmart, GameStop rules, like all of those rule sets from people who didn't know how to judge, didn't know what they were looking at, didn't know how to vet. Like you're not supposed to have repeating parts. There was some, yeah, it was ridiculous. There was some messed up molds. There were even builds that had pieces that weren't part of Hasbro. They were part of the Karatomi. Sunday was our casual meetup at tabletop. So yeah, it's like four. It's literally like four different vlogs. Damn near, and I might have to like maybe I'll spread it out that way. Maybe I'll piece it together in a certain way where it's all spread out. So that way, yeah, we'll see, man. I gotta check my little schedule. I got a little schedule thing that I can use for or that I am using. I actually wrote it out for myself. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that or like do it every month. I might do like first Wednesday of the month or end of the month on Wednesdays. That's what I'm thinking. What's up with dude? Dude's over here bear crawling like it's the army. Bear, get over here, bruh. Come on. Come on, Lee. Dude's bear crawling. Like, what are you looking for? Someone might have spilled like a drink, so he smells like the flavor of it. That's my assumption. They got hella squirrels everywhere. That's dope. I don't know if y'all saw it. You probably didn't really see it. That was like the very beginning of the live. I'm walking under the tree, and then these leaves start falling and shit. I'm like, what's this? I look up, it's just squirrels up there hanging out. I'm just over here playing in the morning and shit. You know, I'm happy. I'd be happy to see animals sometimes. That's just me. Let me check. Oh, we got 7 minutes. We good. Yeah, man. So I pretty much got 4 vlogs. Yeah, 4 vlogs, I should say. It's funny because one of the girls yesterday was like, "You're filming everything. Why do you have a lot of storage on your phone?" I was like, I like to keep a lot of storage or open space to be able to record everything. I was like, I'm just doing the vlogs. I don't know if I explained it to her correctly, but for those that don't know, I do piece the pieces together for each video. I get a lot of B-roll here and there, and then afterwards I just string it together. And my thing about that is like after stringing it together and then making sure everything is like a smooth cut, everything's edited correctly. That's the final piece. But let's say that final piece took 10 clips. I'll delete the 10 clips because I'll send them out first, and then I'll delete the 10 clips. Now my other thing is this. I'll combine those complete clips together as one. So I got to work on that today. Now the other part I'm saying is this. Yeah, I'm trying to brain fart. I like all the videos, like they go straight into like the YouTube schedule, if that makes sense. So they all get scheduled out. Afterwards, though, I delete it off my phone, so a lot of it's just come and go. But the main clips, like the actual main clips of like, let's say, like I've been doing specific people's matches, one-on-ones, sometimes to 7, sometimes just whatever. Like I'll sit there and I'll film. Damn, I'll film those and I'll send it to the individuals on Discord. Hopefully, I try to get it to them right, like full matches or clips of it. I've been trying to get better at that. People have their own files on hand. And they probably upload it to their own social medias, which is I'm okay with because I'm like, this is you. This video is of you, but mine is just a master cut of everything I recorded that day, if not most of everything I recorded that day. Um, but yeah, all that stuff is gonna start coming out into the future now. Everything being done right now is gonna start coming out in the future. So any event I can get a hold of going to, I'm gonna start like documenting it. Like I'm gonna start documenting every little thing, so people look back at this era. I don't care if someone is showing off a blade and showing it out. I want to film and record that so then people look back 10 years from now, 15 years from now, like this was the era of time. Also up here, we have the privilege of like, I have a few metal fight stuff that has been recorded in the past, whether that's zero G or just regular metal fight standard, whatever the fuck, standard burst. There's standard burst and then there's like later on burst or whatever. They're like different formats. I've recorded each of them and I want people to look back like, yeah, this is an area and a region. This is a state in Washington State that has done all four formats up to this point, and all the sub formats from plastics to HMS, from metal fight to zero G, from burst standard to like burst whatever the fuck the other one is called, from X to limited legacy, allowing CX, you know what I'm saying, standard, whatever you want to put it. All of the formats have been covered up here in Washington State within a year's time. Within a year's time, every format has been covered. More importantly, that's the 10-year investment. That's the thing where people look back 5 to 10 years from now, like, do you guys remember that time, that era of time, or that situation where it was like, this is what it was. This is how things were back then. Because I don't know what the next generation is going to be called. And hey, the way the world's looking, we don't know if we're getting the next generation. I'm not trying to be funny at all. I ain't trying to be funky about nothing. I'm just being honest. So these things would just be stored into the database of some satellite somewhere. So who the fuck knows? But I'm over here documenting it, man. It's not a, you know, you got a certain amount of time on Earth. It's about what you leave here, right? So this is kind of my contribution. Each year I'm part of this community thing. So same thing, you know, like I said, in 2023 stretched into 2024, correct? But the point I'm making is in 2023 was the beginning of Scarlet and Violet card sets for Pokemon. Those were like the first Pokemon cards that had the silver border. So I wanted to document me opening one pack a day, Scarlet, Violet, Tempest, whatever the fuck this shit is called, Silver Tempest, all the other, you know, all the other whatever brands I had, like anything from that era, you know, Scarlet, Violet, and up, and then any other cards I'd get my hands on. Um, Obsidian Flames, you know, things like that. Getting the Charizard, getting the Miriam card, whatever. All that stuff was accounted for. All that stuff was like documented. Like, yeah, I did it on this day. I put it on this page. You know, and then later on, like one of my friends, I traded cards with her. So that's why I had her autograph my cards, because certain binders that I brought were ones that I would use on my YouTube videos, if you know, for lack of a better term. What did I do the next year? Got into X. I got into X a little late, but nonetheless, I was documenting all the formats of Beyblade Seattle. So that's where I'm at now, and I got to figure out what's next. I might ask around and see what's next. Would I don't know, man. I might lean into the whole we'll see, man. I might lean into the boxing thing. I think there's like a lot of times it's a lot of self-training and self-care stuff that matters to me more than wanting to put it on camera, because I don't want to be that guy in the gym setting up a camera. If I'm in the gym, I just want to focus on being in the gym. Like some people set up the camera, I got time for that shit. I just want to work out. But sometimes the thing about setting up a camera is you start holding yourself accountable with your posture and your form. So that's one thing that I might start doing. So let me think about it, man. I'm gonna think about it a little more. We'll see about that. I bet. Let me see. We got 9:58. We got time. I might as well wrap up right here because we're on the 6-9 turning into 70 minutes. But yeah, bro, there it is, bro. Ain't nothing much more I can say about it. I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm gonna get up in here, get my uploading on for that Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. You know, you guys gonna see that shit in September, but I'm working on it right now. I've been working hard at it past couple of days. You know, I'm not even like a week in yet because I just finished Dragon Quest. I finished Dragon Quest on accident. I didn't think I was ready for the last final, you know what I'm saying, not the final boss, but like the final hidden boss. I didn't even know I was ready to be. I didn't even unlock the final move. That's what's crazy. For those playing Dragon Quest 8, you might want to unlock the final move at level 65. I beat the game at level 58, like not complete, but like I beat the final boss, like the hardest boss. I beat him at 58. And people are like, oh, why don't you try to do like a solo run? I'm like, fuck the solo run, bro. That's too much. I ain't doing all that. Anyway, I'm gonna work on my stuff today. So I got YouTube things I gotta work on today. It's a Monday, and I got the family time, family stuff at Monday night. You know how we doing it. There it is, y'all. Hey, man. Just know that I love y'all and I appreciate y'all, man. Peace. I thought my last one was my last one, but I got more to do, more to come. Pause. All right, y'all. Peace.